You are probably hiring wrong. Every hour you spend manually screening candidates, you are missing better ones. Good talent slips through because your process is slow, biased, or just broken. And by the time you find that maybe, they are already hired by someone that is faster. That is why I built an AI recruiter that screens, interviews, and filters candidates on autopilot. And it's faster, cheaper, and more accurate than most HR teams. This thing doesn't just read resumes. It talks to applicants using voice AI, scoring them in real time, and just sending me the top 1%. In this video, I'm giving you the exact 3-step system so you can build this and stop wasting time on low quality applicants. If you are new to the channel, then welcome. My name is Mark and I help businesses all over the world save tens of thousands of dollars a year using AI. So if you'd like to explore how we can do something similar for your business, you can use the first link down below to book a free AI consultation call. I'm limiting the spots to only 3 people per video, so I hope to see you there. And now let's get into this demo.
Welcome to Loopix AI's developer screening. Let's start with your technical background. Can you walk me through a project where you built or deployed a retail AI voice agent?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm currently working on a recruitment agent, and the whole goal was to be able to basically automate the entire intake process for their company because they were just not able to keep up with the volume. They had just to hire way more people, which would not be good for their margins. So this bot enables them to save around 80% of their cost on screening, and also it is able to screen everyone whenever they want.
That sounds impactful. Tell me about a complex automation you built in 8N. What did it do, and how did you handle errors and data transformations?
Yeah, for sure. I'll keep it simple. So one complex automation is not really complex, but it's for this exact video that I'm making right now. And we are basically trying to screen people through a funnel. So first they fill out the form with questions, then we determine based on criteria if they are qualified, and then we do an AI call, literally this call I'm on right now. Then based on this call, we qualify them again, and then they can speak to a real person.
How did you handle errors and data transformations in that N8N workflow? What strategies did you use to ensure the process was reliable and the data was clean at each step?
Yeah, for sure. Handling errors is pretty easy. It usually just tells you what error you have. I'm pretty experienced, so it is not like something to really talk about, especially not for this project. And data transfers, data transformations, we used GPTs basically to qualify them and put it in the right format for the AI to understand.
Walk me through how you would integrate retail AI with a CRM and other third-party tools using APIs. What steps would you take to ensure smooth data flow and reliability across platforms?
Yeah, for sure. So
Imagine explaining.
I would first like look at the API documentation, and then it's just a straightforward process of just connecting the right or sending the right information with for example, a HTTP module, formatting the information correctly, and then have that action taken place.
Imagine explaining how retail AI works to a non-technical operations manager. How would you break it down?
It's really simple, actually. It is basically an AI that can speak, literally.
Let's say a voice agent is failing mid-call due to API timeouts. How would you go about identifying and fixing the root issue?
Can you repeat that?
Let's say a voice agent is failing mid-call because the API it relies on is timing out. How would you identify what's causing the issue, and what steps would you take to fix it?
So this particular interview can go on for like 10 more minutes. I won't bore you with that whole conversation, so I've kept it relatively short. But for most instances, this could last for 5 minutes or 3 to 5 minutes for initial screenings, or even up to 15 minutes for a qualitative interview, as you just saw. Okay, so now let's dive into all the technical stuff. I'll keep it relatively high level. If you want all the resources, the prompts and the N8N workflow, which we'll see in just a second, they are all in my school community. Second link in the description. Be sure to join if you are interested in that. Okay, so this agent is specifically for my company. So if you want to be a developer, I've also linked a form in the description. So if you are interested, fill it out, go through the whole process, and if you are qualified, I look forward to hearing from you. So this agent is basically a qualifying agent. So we value a couple of things. Someone that's good at retail AI, N8N, and API integrations, because that is my value offer to businesses, voice AI, and related automations. So let's go into the core offerings. So I offer AI lead generation, database reactivation, custom CRM solutions, and enterprise consulting. Then the task, you could see it needs to assess their technical skills, communication skills, and problem-solving ability, as you saw with those questions. Let's see. And so the steps here, you can see it's a question, an introduction question, then 2 technical questions, 2 or 3 communication questions, and it will also, based on the answer the person gives, it will also go more deeply into that. So in this prompt, all the questions are static, but you can also make it so that based on criteria of the job that they are applying to, and also based on the applicant's answers, you can craft custom questions that are also based on certain criteria. I won't go into that in this video, but if you are dealing with a really big company that needs a lot of jobs to be filled, then that would be something interesting instead of only having static answers for one job. Okay, and so what does the backend actually look like? We have 3 phases, and I've built something similar for a recruiter company. This is just a high-level overview of the whole system. So first, they fill out a form, which looks something like this. Can literally be any form you have. For example, a form from a CRM, such as Go High Level or any other CRM or whatever. Then I fill out their information. Then here I have 3 questions. Obviously, you can customize this however you want. And here I have questions about retail, N8N, and API. Something about API. And then they fill out this form. In this case, all the data will be stored inside of the CRM. So this is also phase 1, form application. Then once it's stored in the CRM, we qualify the person based on their answers. So we have a agent to rank basically the answers to the questions. Then it'll basically say, okay, you are qualified or unqualified. It will update that as well inside of the CRM. And here they will get an SMS. We will let them know, sorry, you are not qualified for this position, essentially. And if they are qualified, then they get a notification, SMS notification, and an email where they can choose a time to speak to a recruiter, in this case, the AI agent. Then it will give a date and time for when they would like to be called. It will wait inside of the workflow actually, and then the AI call will be made. So that's the call you just saw. After that, it will get the transcript, basically meaning it will have the whole conversation, all the text, so the AI and the user, in this case it was me. Then it will evaluate that call also with an agent, and then it would evaluate it from 0.1 to all the way to 1. 1 being best, 0.1 being pretty bad. And then here again, we have set a filter. So only people that are above 0.7 are qualified. And that's also phase 3. And that's interview with the team, in this case, me, if you are qualified. Then they get an SMS and email. Basically, they can schedule a call with someone. So this ensures, one, you speak to every single person that applies, qualifies them not based on bias, but on how you program the AI. And third, you can have them only speak to qualified applicants, meaning you can keep your team lean and basically have higher margins. Okay, and so now let's look at a real world example of what you could save with this system. So here we have a bunch of assumptions made. Feel free to change these around, calculate them yourself. Or if you want to hop on a call, it's a free AI consultation call where I go over everything that I've talked about right here. Also go deep inside of your business, and basically we see if this is something relevant for you. So yeah, okay. Here are some assumptions. The recruiter hourly wage is around $25 to $40 an hour. The screening duration is 20 minutes each, basically the CV review plus the phone call. People usually work only 22 days a month, and on average, and let's say your company does 100 screenings per day. So 100 screenings per day times 22 is 2.2k screenings per month. And here we already saw a screening lasts around 20 minutes. So 20 times 2.2k is 44,000 minutes, meaning 733 hours spent per month on screening. And let's say, and in this example, I have only put the low ends, so pessimistic numbers always. Then we calculated the voice AI cost, basically running the system. And usually the AI cost is around 11 cents. And as we saw, the interview lasts around 20 minutes. So it is $2.20 per screening. So adding that up is around 4.8k. Again, pessimistic numbers. I've kept it simple at 5k. And spoiler alert, you'll basically have roughly an 80% cost reduction. Plus, AI doesn't get tired. So instead of having people work 22 days a month, you can have them work every single day, 24/7. So people can literally choose whenever they want to call with an agent. So probably you already had a little spoiler, but here I have put everything visually. At the end of the year, if you would implement the system, if you were doing everything with these assumptions, you would save over 160k a year. Pretty nice considering all of the benefits I just listed. And here, again, the benefits already said a couple. But for example, you can also do a reactivation campaign, which would normally be just a time waster. But in this case, it would make sense because you can literally make 1,000 calls at once. A couple more, you are not dealing with any unqualified leads, no selection bias, accurate note taking with every single applicant. So you can also store all the data inside of your CRM whenever you are going to do the actual interview with a real person. Speed to lead, as I already said before, and you just have better customer service. Because what I see a lot with these bigger recruitment agencies, they just can't handle all the volume. So instead of only speaking to 70%, speaking to 100% of the applicants, basically meaning you are going to place more people each year. Okay, and so that was it for this video. We gone over the 3 phases, over all the benefits, cost savings, everything. If you have any questions, do let me know. And if you want me to go more in depth, also just message me on school, or just write something in the comment section below, and I'll do a more in-depth tutorial on this workflow. And if you are a business owner and want something similar done for your business, again, first link down below. Just book a call. It's not a sales call, it's just a call for us to meet and see how AI can benefit your business. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Peace.